I've been asleep for so long.
What's up, Hoopers? It's Coach Alex from THINCPRO Basketball, and in today's video, we're going to go over how to improve your shooting accuracy. Let's get started.
Wide awake, why they slipping? I won't die today, won't you listen? Squinting, eyes dilating, a pine box, I'm drifting. Mud in my pockets, fingertips gripping the locket. Liquor spilled on designer watches. Oh yeah, that new body better be Versace when I get excited. Wildin', the kingpin of Sandcastle Asylum's dry, but I'm dying to be.
All right, Hoopers, so we're going to just talk about a few things to help you with your shooting accuracy. And the first thing I want to talk about, and probably the most important, is the actual release of your shot and how important it is to get good extension and follow through on your jump shot, right? So if you see that ball that is, you're shooting the ball flat and you see that your follow through is here and in front of your face and not fully extended, then you have a problem that you need to adjust. And it doesn't matter where your release comes from, whether it's below your face, above your head, whatever it may be, you want to make sure that your extension is proper, that you're getting the right arc and opportunity on the ball. Okay, so instead of shooting that ball flat, we want to make sure that our extension is up in the air. And I think this is one of the most important things, because there'll be a lot of shooters that'll come up and say, hey coach, why is the ball flat? Why is the ball not going over the front of the rim? Why am I shooting air balls? And the first thing I say is, well, where's your follow through? What's your extension look like? And then they show me and it's not really extended. They either, pull the arm back, it's too flat, and there's nothing up here. So make sure that when you're shooting the basketball that you try to create that muscle memory and that consistency on full extension on your jump shot in order to improve that shooting accuracy with your shot.
But I'm dying to be thirsting, my nerves are jerking, I'm clawing, draw my breath.
All right, Hoopers, the next thing I want to talk about with your shooting accuracy is the placement of your guide hand and how important that is. Right, so if you're having a problem and you feel like when you shoot the basketball, your releases and it's coming off of your thumbs, then you might want to check where your guide hand is placed. Your guide hand should be on the side of the basketball or slightly towards the front. We don't want to have it fully in front, and we don't want to have our hands too close on the back side of the basketball, right? Because when you release the basketball, at the end of that shot, that guide hand comes off the ball as your strong hand is pushing it and shooting it towards the basket. Okay, so we want to make sure our guide hand is placed in the right position. Again, get that consistency, get that muscle memory of where it should be, so every time you catch the ball and you're ready to shoot, you don't have to catch and then adjust your hand to get it where you want it. You know that right when you catch, you can do it without looking, and it should be already in place to shoot the basketball. So your guide hand is another thing that's really important and key when trying to improve your accuracy on shooting the basketball, because this can make or break your shot. If your hands are messed up and not placed in the right position, you're not going to shoot a great jump shot. But if they're right where you want them when you're comfortable with it, then you have a better chance to succeed and make that jumper.
All my breath to the surface, serving at the most high, now undeserving, return to the dirt.
All right, Hoopers, lastly, the last thing I want to talk about is actually focusing on your release hand, right? So your strong hand and where that ball is coming off. So when you shoot the basketball, the first thing you want to make sure is that that ball is not coming off of your palm, right? We do not want that ball to roll off. Right? We do not want to have it there, because then you'll have less control of the ball and it's just flinging off of your hand. But if that ball, when you shoot the ball, should have a nice little pocket and a gap between the ball and your hand, right? There should always be this little room right here. And if there's not, then you need to make an adjustment and figure out how to actually get that space between the ball and your palm, because that is very important when shooting the basketball. Because if you're shooting the ball off of your palm, again, like I said, it's just going to roll off. You're not going to have good control and good accuracy when shooting the basketball. But if you have that pocket and you have that space between the ball and your palm, that means when you release, that ball should be coming off of one or two of these fingers. It should come off your pointer, it should come off your middle or your ring finger, right? If it's coming off your pinky and your thumb, you also, again, have a problem. So we want to make sure we have that space between the ball and our palm, and that when we release, that ball is coming off one or two of these three fingers, right? And I'll tell you, when I shoot the basketball, boom, it's coming off of my middle and my pointer finger as well to help give it the best chance to go in. So again, this is important. All these things that I've talked about go in together and go hand in hand into making you a better shooter. I talked about the extension first and getting a good release point and getting good arc on that shot, right? And then next we just talked about the guide hand and making sure that guide hand is there in the proper place to help you shoot the basketball, and then making sure that you have that space on your release hand between the ball and your palm to shoot the best possible shot. All these working together will give you an accurate jump shot.
To the dirt, the earth I'm in, they used to follow me. Guess they never knew that I'm just dust, brick and mortar under the thumb of the...
All right, Hoopers, that's it for today's video. A couple of tips to really help with your shooting accuracy. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment. Any suggestions that you may have for future videos are very much appreciated. After that, hit that subscribe button, join THINCPRO Basketball, where we provide you with professional level training that's easy to follow and that's going to deliver in-game results. Now again, it's your job to actually get out there, put the work in, hit the gym, hit the court, and remember to always keep hooping.